Okay guys, so this video is going to be a little different from what I normally do, but you guys spoke and I heard. Hi guys, it's T from Betty and Brenda and welcome back to my channel for yet another video. As you can see by the title, I am doing the ABCs of body wash and shower gel. So I don't usually go into great specifics in my videos, but I decided for this one, I would do exactly that. Body wash and shower gels, they're actually pretty easy to make and they're pretty much the same. The only difference between a body wash and a shower gel is the viscosity. So it's basically the consistency of it. Shower gels are much thicker than body washes and have sort of like a gel-like texture, or can have a gel-like texture to them. So they're just much thicker, the same ingredients. But what do you use to make a body wash and shower gel? Okay, so first, there's the solvent, which is like your water or aloe vera juice. And I'm just going to talk about a simple body wash today. I'm not going to get into, a whole bunch of different ingredients, but just your basic body wash. So you start off with your water or something like aloe vera juice, and then you want to have a thickener in there. And you can use an all-natural thickener like xanthan gum. I use Solagum, which is a mixture of xanthan gum and I think acacia gum. But you can also use synthetic products like Crotix. I use that as well, and forgive me if I'm not pronouncing these correctly, but I do like that. It's a different texture from when you're using the gums, but I definitely like those as well. So I mentioned the solvent, you have your thickener, you have your surfactant, which is your detergent. So that is what makes the bubbles, what makes the lather, the part that cleanses you. And I'm going to get into a little more detail about surfactants in just a second. So that's your water, your solvent, your thickener, your surfactant. You want to have a moisturizer in there because surfactants, even the mild ones, can dry out your skin. So you want to have something in there that's going to bring that moisture back into the product. And that's your moisturizer. And one that is relatively easy to find and inexpensive is Glycerin. And it does pack a punch. It is a humectant and it brings moisture back into your skin. And you always want to have a preservative in there. It is a water-based product. You absolutely need a preservative in there to keep bacteria and mold and fungus from growing. And optional items, of course, would be your fragrance. If you're making a body wash for more sensitive skin or for, down there care, you don't need to put fragrance in it. Or for women or people who have more sensitive skin and sensitive private areas, you want to just forego the fragrance. Just don't put that in there at all. And then, of course, there is color. You don't have to put that either. Now, more specifically about your surfactants. Surfactants, like I said, is the detergent that the part that cleanses you. It is the detergent. It's the part that makes the lather, the foam, the part that we like to see a lot of on our shower poofs or our loofahs. There is a such thing as an active matter, and that is when it comes to your surfactants. There's an active matter. Now, I looked up the actual definition of it, and it says the active surfactant matter is the amount of actives or concentration found in the surfactant. So when you buy your surfactants from whatever supplier you use, they should list an active matter. Now, why is that important? Because there is a certain amount of percentage of active matter that you should have in any product that has a cleanser, surfactant, detergent in it. For body washes specifically, it is only supposed to have between 15 to 20% active matter in that product. And this is to keep it safe for your skin. So make sure that you're paying attention to your active matters. And in the description box, I place an active matter, or a link, I should say, to an active matter calculator. So when you go to your supplier, when you look up your surfactant, and I'm gonna put a little screen in here to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So I am in formulatorshop.com. I think that's the website. This is where I buy my Cocamidopropyl Betaine. If I scroll down here, you can see the active matter for this particular surfactant. that is what I use, and I'm going to put that into my calculator so to make sure that I am not going above the amount that I need to keep this product safe. If it is for sensitive skin, you want to stay on the low end of the active matter, so 15%. You can go a little bit lower, especially when you're talking about a body wash for private areas. You can go a little bit lower in that. You don't need just a whole bunch of bubbles and foams. You just want enough to cleanse you. But you can take it up to 20%. If you don't want to use the calculator, it's pretty much the percent of the active matter, and when there's a range. So for instance, if it's 30 to 32% active matter, I go with the higher end. I go with the 32%. It is the active matter that's in the surfactant times the amount that you're going to use in your formulation divided by 100. That tells you your active matter. So you're going to list each surfactant that you're going to use in that body wash. So the first column, of course, is what surfactant I'm using. Then I'm going to place in there the percent or the active matter that's in that particular surfactant. The next column is going to have how much I'm using, and then finally it's going to tell me, based on what I've entered, this is the percent of active matter that you're using for this. So I'm going to do this on each line for each particular product that I'm using, and then I'll get the total. Make sure you stay between 15 and 20% active matter to keep its skin safe. But there are so many other different things, so many other different variations of body washes and shower gels. You can make a cream body wash, but for today, we're just gonna keep the basics. So the recipe I'm using today will be the Cocamidopropyl Betaine, and I'm going to use a combination surfactant. I believe it's, I'll have it down here, but it's Decyl Glucoside mixed with something else. It's a blend. I have it here because, I can't remember all of it. But I'm gonna put that in, and then I'm just gonna make it really easy peasy lemon squeezy and just add some glycerin in there. My solvent will be aloe vera juice today, and I will put in some fragrance because this is not for sensitive skin. And your color, that's another thing with your color. If you are using mica powder to color your body wash or your liquid soap, as we're gonna say, or as it's all called, you make a shower gel, because shower gels or mica powders will kind of float to the bottom. If it's not thick enough to keep it suspended, to keep it right there together, it will float to the bottom and it will separate from the rest of your body wash, liquid soap, shower gel, whatever you want to call it. So you want to make sure that if you're going to use mica powder to color it, that you want to keep it on the thicker side. And as I said, I'm going to add my preservative in. You want to always add a preservative. Today I am using a natural preservative, which is Geogard ECT, but you can also use, and I also use as well, Optifin Plus. I like Optifin Plus because it's paraben and formaldehyde free. I don't want any formaldehydes or parabens in my products. And you always want to test the pH of your body washes, your shower gels. Make sure, again, that it's not only safe for the skin, but that it has the correct pH for the specific preservative that you're using. The Optifin Plus that I use has to have a pH below 6 in order to work correctly. So definitely check your preservatives and see there what pH does it perform the best. Okay. Of course, click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you click that notification bell so you'll know every time I put out a video. And if you don't already, please follow me on Instagram and or Facebook at Betty and Brenda Bath Co. And my body washes are available on bettyandbrenda.com if you are curious to see what they are like. Okay, and now without further ado, let's get ready to make some shower gel. So the first thing I'm going to do here is to measure out my glycerin, and then I'm going to measure out my Solagum and add it to the glycerin. Now, one thing I really like about the Solagum is that this is not a necessary step. You don't have to put your Solagum in the glycerin. You can actually add it directly to your solvent. But I'm showing you this step just in case you are using xanthan gum.
So now I'm going to take that little slurry that I made and add that to my solvent. And I'm going to stir it around until it thickens up. Now, another thing with Solagum, you don't have to let it sit and wait to thicken. It will thicken pretty quickly. With xanthan, you do have to let it sit for a minute before it thickens up. At this point, I am adding my surfactants. That is that blend I was telling you about. I add that one, I mix that in, and now I'm adding Cocamidopropyl Betaine, and I'm going to stir that in as well. As you can see here, it is pretty thick. It's a nice consistency, but it won't stay like that. Once you add in the essential oil or the fragrance that you use, it always, or at least from everything I've seen, it always thins it out. So it won't stay that thick. As I mentioned in the intro, you always want to check the pH of any water-based product. You want to make sure that it is safe for the skin. So that way you'll ensure that your preservative is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. This was a 5.0 and I wanted it to be between 5 and 5.5, so it's perfect. And now I'm adding in the little color. And I'm using a liquid color instead of mica because this is a body wash. So I didn't have to worry about it being thick enough to hold the mica powder. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and add it to my container, and then I will show you the results in just a second.
But I got this bowl of water here just so you can see how this lathers. And just real quick, this blend right here, this blend, oh my gosh, it actually makes your skin feel really moist. It's one of the best surfactants that I have ever used. And I bought this one from Ingredients to Die For, but they also have a blend like this on Make Your Own Buzz, or Make Your Own .buzz, I think that's what it is. And I will put the links for both of those in the description box. The way that it feels on your skin, it feels so moisturizing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this wet in here. This is my shower proof. This is what I prefer to use when I'm using a body wash. And because this is just for me, I just put it in a plain little bottle with the little clear top one here. When I'm selling it, on the ones that I sell, I actually put in this cute little bottle here with my nice little label on there. And actually, I think that I'm going to start putting a pump on the top instead of the disc cap. That'll make it even cuter. But like I said, when it's just for me, I just use this. Not that anything is wrong with this, but it's just not what I prefer to use when I sell it. So here it is. That is the thickness of it. I just wanted you to see that. And I'm gonna wet this. And look at that. Oh, I'm out of the camera, sorry. Look at how that lathers up. Oh my goodness, y'all. And this blend right here, I'm telling you, I cannot even describe how, and it even says it in the description that this particular surfactant leaves your skin feeling moisturized after you finish using it. So just imagine adding the glycerin or any other type of moisturizer that you may add to it. Just imagine how good your skin can feel after you finish using it. And this is a relatively new discovery of mine, so I'm actually going to change up my formulas and start using that particular blend. But because it just feels so good on the skin, and you can see. I mean, look at all of that. That's awesome. but I just wanted to give you just a basic body wash recipe that didn't call for a whole bunch of expensive ingredients. And as you can see, it does what it's supposed to do. It feels good, makes a lot of lather, and it cleans you. Okay guys, so that is it for me for this particular video. If you wanted to use a shower gel, I would definitely increase the amount of thickener that I placed in here. You can play around with it, see what you like. You could definitely use a different type of thickener. Maybe xanthan gum by itself would be different. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did like it. And if you'd like to see more videos like this where I am just giving you a breakdown of different ingredients and things you can do, or for a basic ingredients and what they mean, leave that in the comment section below. I love hearing from you guys. I try to respond to all of them. And okay, I think that's enough for me talking. Have a great rest of your day, and I will chat with you guys in my next video. Bye.